Itemizing nightly lodging expenses. A hotel bill typically contains a variety of expenses such as room fees, taxes, parking, meals, and personal items. You must itemize these expenses so that they can be accounted for correctly on your expense report. Concur expense populates the checkout date and the number of nights based on the transaction date and the check-in date. You can modify these fields as needed. Depending on your company's configuration, the e-receipt activation and import will auto-populate itemizations for the lodging expense. In the following example, you will see how to enter all your itemizations. To begin, click the Itemizations tab, and then click Create Itemization. On the Itemizations tab, you will see the amount remaining that you need to itemize. After entering all of the recurring charges, you will itemize all one-time charges that appear on your bill until the remaining amount is 0. First, you will see how to itemize your hotel room. Click the Expense Type drop-down arrow, and then select the Hotel Expense Type. Select whether your hotel room rate was the same every night or not the same. For this example, you'll see how to enter a different rate for the last night of your stay. Scroll down to enter the room rate and room tax for each night. Note that you can use the Tax 2 and Tax 3 fields to add additional tax amounts. Once you enter the appropriate amounts, click Save Itemization. Next, you will see how to itemize a dinner expense. Click Create Itemization, and then click the Expense Type drop-down arrow. Select the dinner expense type. Complete the required fields, marked with a red asterisk, and any other fields defined by your company, and then click Save Itemization. Next, you will add an itemization for the tip on your dinner bill. Click Create Itemization, and then click the Expense Type drop-down arrow. Select the tip's expense type. Complete the appropriate fields, and then click Save Itemization. Now you will see how to add an itemization for a nightly parking expense. Click Create Itemization, and then click the Expense Type drop-down arrow. Select the parking expense type, enter the appropriate information, and then select the Recurring Every Night checkbox to indicate that the parking expense is a nightly expense. Click Save Itemization. Lastly, you will itemize a personal laundry expense that your company will not reimburse you for. Click Create Itemization, and then click the Expense Type drop-down arrow. Select the laundry expense type, complete the appropriate fields, and then select the Personal Expense Do Not Reimburse checkbox. Click Save Itemization. A green checkmark displays indicating that you have successfully completed itemizing this expense. Click Save Expense. Note that when you are itemizing a hotel bill from a foreign country, the amounts that you enter are in the foreign currency. After itemizing all of your charges, you might have a small remaining amount. If this is the case, you must create a single itemization for the remaining amount before you can submit your report.